I want to help you try to understand what this graph on the screen actually is. So this is our standard preference map with indifference curves. This is an attempt to show a three-dimensional concept in a two-dimensional space. So I want you to imagine that this is actually a hill. And if you start out at U1, you're at a low position on the hill. And as you move towards U2, you end up at a higher position on the hill. And as you move towards U3, you end up at a still higher position on the hill. This should be a 3. And as you go beyond U3, you get to increasingly higher positions on the hill. You're basically climbing a hill as you go in this direction here. If you've ever played around with Google Maps, you can find a terrain map. So this is a terrain map. This is a mountainous region. You can look here and you can see these little faint numbers. If you zoom in close, they disappear. Let's go back a notch. There we go. So right here, this is 2,400 feet above sea level. So this is the top of a very tall hill. Some might call it a mountain. And as you move this direction, you go down the mountain. And here it says 2,000. So that's 400 foot of height change difference. So this is what I want you to think about when you think about these indifference curves on these preference maps. Here's a good one right here. You can really see this ridge right here. So what you're doing is you're using these contour lines to measure the height above sea level. So think of those indifference curves measuring utility going from no utility when you have no goods or services to some higher level of utility when you have some goods and services. Hopefully that makes sense.